So this is question 14, and in this question we have a 4x4 grid, which we're shown here, and there's symbols on some of the squares. We can see there's definitely a rectangle here, and this funny shape here as well. And then we have some counters, which are the black and white circles on some of the squares, which completely hide whether they have a symbol on them or not. And so our board looks like this, and we want to know what the board underneath could look like if we removed all these counters. Note that it could be any orientation, it doesn't have to be this way round, so we could twist the board round any way we like. So we want to know which one of these the board could look like. So first of all, we're going to consider A. But before we even start considering considering A, we can notice that we can't have D. And this is because there is no way we can twist this board round so that we have this shape here in this orientation. If we rotate the board clockwise 90 degrees, we'll have this going upwards, and that's not how it is there. So we can immediately rule out D. So let's consider A now. We're going to rotate A 180 degrees so that we have this shape here. So let's try and do that now. We're going to take A and rotate it. So 90, 180 will bring us down here. And so you can see that now we have this shape here as we want it, and the rectangle here as we want it. And now we need to think about which squares are covered up. So we have a counter over this square here, up here, and so we could have a triangle there, we don't know. We also have a counter here over this one, so we could have a rectangle there, so that makes sense. However, here it's blank, there's no counter and no symbol, whereas on this one we have a triangle, and so we must know that this can't be a correct orientation because there shouldn't be a triangle there. And so we can rule A out because the board could not look like how it looks in A. So why don't you pause the video and have a go at doing the same thing for B. So again for B, we want to get this diamondy shape to be down here, so we need to rotate 180 degrees. So we're going to take B and rotate it 180 degrees. So 90, 180 gives us something like this. Now we're going to do the same thing, so now we've got our rectangle's definitely there, which is good, and this shape is down here, which is good. So let's look at the other shapes. So this triangle could be here because it's covered by a counter. This triangle could be here because it's also covered by a counter. And the same with this shape, this square is covered, so these three could be where they are. And so in fact we see that B could well be our correct answer. So let's just put a little question mark by B. That looks like it's the right solution, but we're just going to check C and E as well to make sure we can definitely rule them out. So let's look at C first. We have the diamond where we want it to be, and the rectangle where we want it to be as well. And we see that these two are covered, so they're fine. However, we have a problem with this one here because it's not covered up here, and this is blank, so this cannot be right, and therefore we can rule out C. Let's have a look at E now. So E is down here. So we have this is here, this is here, which is what we want. And we see that these two are covered, so that's fine. However, again, we have something up here which we shouldn't have, so this is a problem, and so we can rule out E as well. And so we see that we find our answer must be B.